What does it really take to become an NBA prospect in today's basketball world? Is it talent, athleticism, the right opportunities? Or is it something deeper, something that cannot be measured by statistics, recruiting rankings, or highlight videos? For Carter Bryant, the answer appears to be a combination of all those things. Long before basketball analysts projected him as a future professional player, before college arenas filled with fans eager to watch his development, and before NBA scouts began evaluating every aspect of his game, Carter Bryant was simply a young kid with a dream. A dream fueled by countless hours in the gym, relentless work behind the scenes, and a determination to become the best player he could possibly be. Today, Carter Bryant stands among the most intriguing young basketball talents in the country. With elite size for a wing, impressive athleticism, defensive versatility, and a rapidly developing offensive game, he represents the modern basketball prototype that NBA teams covet. Coaches love his versatility. Scouts admire his upside. Fans appreciate the energy and intensity he brings every time he steps on the court. Yet what makes Carter's story compelling is not simply his potential. It is the journey that brought him to this point and the disciplined mindset that continues to drive him forward. Born and raised in California, Carter grew up in an environment where sports played an important role. From an early age, he displayed a natural competitive spirit. Like many young athletes, he spent countless hours playing basketball with friends, practicing skills in local gyms, and dreaming about one day competing at the highest level. Those early years laid the foundation for everything that followed. While many children enjoyed the game casually, Carter seemed to approach basketball with a different level of commitment. He understood that improvement required repetition, patience, and a willingness to work when nobody was watching. Family support played a major role throughout his development. Behind nearly every successful athlete is a network of people who believe in them before the world notices. For Carter, family provided encouragement, stability, and guidance throughout the ups and downs that come with pursuing elite athletics. They celebrated the victories, supported him through challenges, and emphasized values that extended beyond basketball. Those lessons about discipline, accountability, and humility became part of the foundation that would eventually help him navigate the pressures of becoming a highly regarded prospect. As a child, Carter quickly developed a love for the game. Basketball was more than an activity, it became a passion. He studied players he admired, practiced fundamentals repeatedly, and embraced the process of improvement. While many young athletes focus primarily on scoring points, Carter learned early that basketball involves much more than offense. Defense, rebounding, communication, effort, and teamwork all matter. Those lessons would eventually become defining characteristics of his game and separate him from many players who relied solely on talent. As Carter entered his teenage years, his physical gifts became increasingly apparent. His height, length, coordination, and athletic ability allowed him to impact games in ways that many players could not. Yet, even with those advantages, success did not come automatically. The higher the level of competition became, the more work was required. Every talented player dreams of reaching the next level, but only a small percentage are willing to consistently make the sacrifices necessary to get there. Carter embraced those sacrifices. High school basketball provided the first major stage for Carter's emergence as a national prospect. Competing against talented opponents night after night, he consistently demonstrated why coaches and scouts viewed him as a player with tremendous upside. His performances stood out because of their versatility. One game, he might dominate defensively, disrupting everything an opposing team wanted to accomplish. The next game, he could contribute as a scorer, knocking down shots and attacking the rim. In another contest, his rebounding and energy might prove decisive. Rather than relying on a single skill, Carter developed a well-rounded game that allowed him to influence outcomes in multiple ways. That versatility became one of his greatest strengths. Modern basketball increasingly values players who can do a little bit of everything. Teams seek athletes capable of guarding multiple positions, making smart decisions, spacing the floor, and contributing within different systems. Carter's game naturally aligned with those demands. As recruiting attention increased, so did expectations. National rankings placed him among the top players in his class. Scholarship offers arrived from major programs across the country. Recruiting analysts discussed his future. Highlight videos circulated online. Suddenly, the young athlete who once spent countless hours quietly working in the gym found himself receiving national attention. For some players, that attention can become a distraction. For Carter, it became motivation. He continued focusing on improvement rather than hype. He understood that rankings and praise meant little if they were not backed by continued development. That approach helped him navigate the recruiting process with maturity and perspective. While many athletes become consumed by expectations, Carter remained focused on becoming a better player each day. Eventually, he committed to the University of Arizona, one of the premier basketball programs in the country. The decision represented a significant milestone in his journey. Arizona offered a rich tradition, passionate fans, elite competition, and a proven track record of developing professional talent. It was the perfect environment for a player looking to continue his growth while preparing for the highest levels of basketball. The transition to college basketball brought new challenges. The speed of the game increased dramatically. The physicality intensified. Every player on the court had been a star at previous levels. Nothing came easy. Freshmen often faced difficult adjustments when entering major college programs because the gap between high school and Division I basketball is enormous. Opponents are bigger, stronger, faster, and more experienced. Every possession requires focus and discipline. Carter embraced the challenge. Rather than becoming discouraged by setbacks or obstacles, he approached each day as an opportunity to improve. Coaches praised his work ethic. Teammates respected his willingness to learn. Observers noticed his commitment to development. He understood that growth rarely happens overnight. Instead, it comes through daily effort and a willingness to trust the process. One aspect of Carter's game that consistently generates excitement among scouts is his defensive potential. Defense often separates good prospects from elite ones. While scoring receives headlines, coaches understand the value of players who can consistently impact games on the defensive end. Carter possesses many of the tools necessary to become an elite defender. His length allows him to contest shots effectively. His lateral quickness helps him stay in front of ball handlers. His athleticism enables him to recover when challenged. His instincts help him anticipate offensive actions before they develop. Those qualities make him capable of defending multiple positions, a highly valuable skill in modern basketball. NBA teams place tremendous emphasis on defensive versatility. The ability to switch assignments, disrupt defensive flow, and guard different types of players creates flexibility that coaches love. Carter's defensive ceiling remains one of the most attractive aspects of his overall profile, and one of the primary reasons evaluators continue to view him as a player with significant long-term potential. Offensively, his development has been equally encouraging. Early in his basketball journey, many observers focused primarily on his athletic gifts. Over time, however, his offensive skill set has continued expanding. His shooting has improved. His decision-making has matured. His confidence has grown. He has become increasingly comfortable handling the basketball, attacking defenders, and creating opportunities within the flow of the offense. Each season seems to reveal another layer of growth. That steady progression demonstrates something important: improvement. The best prospects are not always those who begin with the most polished games. Often, they are the players who consistently get better. Carter's willingness to learn and adapt suggests his development is far from complete. Basketball experts frequently describe him as a player whose best years remain ahead of him. That assessment reflects both his current abilities and his future potential. Away from the court, Carter has worked to maintain balance despite growing attention and expectations. In today's sports environment, young athletes face challenges that previous generations rarely experienced. Social media creates constant visibility. Public evaluations occur daily. Expectations can become overwhelming. Managing those pressures requires maturity. Those who know Carter often describe him as grounded, focused, and disciplined. Despite increasing recognition, he has remained committed to the habits that fueled his rise. Training remains a priority. Improvement remains the goal. The work continues. Family continues to play an important role in helping him maintain perspective. Their support has provided stability throughout his basketball journey and reinforced values that extend beyond athletic achievement. Those values matter because basketball careers can be unpredictable. Character often determines how athletes respond when challenges arise. Another major aspect of Carter's journey involves the evolving landscape of college athletics. The introduction of nil opportunities has transformed the experience of elite student-athletes. Today, talented athletes can build personal brands, secure partnerships, and generate income while still competing at the collegiate level. Carter has benefited from this new environment through endorsements, appearances, and branding opportunities that have helped him establish an early financial foundation. Industry estimates suggest his net worth sits in the hundreds of thousands of dollars, though exact figures remain difficult to verify. More importantly, his earning potential continues to grow. Should he reach the NBA, the financial opportunities could increase dramatically through professional contracts, sponsorship agreements, and business ventures. Yet despite those possibilities, Carter appears focused primarily on basketball development. That mindset may ultimately prove invaluable because long-term success usually comes to athletes who prioritize growth over immediate rewards. His lifestyle reflects a commitment to development rather than extravagance. Training sessions, recovery work, film study, and skill development occupy much of his time. Like many elite athletes, he understands that talent alone is never enough. Continuous improvement remains essential. Every day presents an opportunity to become a little stronger, a little smarter, and a little better. As his profile continues rising, comparisons to professional players naturally emerge. Scouts often discuss his ability to impact games without needing high usage rates. That quality is extremely valuable. Not every player must dominate the ball to influence winning. Some athletes excel through defense, energy, versatility, and smart decision-making. Carter possesses many of those qualities. His willingness to embrace different roles increases his value and demonstrates a team-first mentality. The NBA dream remains within reach, but reaching that level requires navigating numerous challenges. Competition intensifies every year. Expectations increase. Development must continue. Nothing is guaranteed. History is filled with talented prospects who never fully realize their potential. The difference often comes down to mindset, consistency, resilience, and work ethic. Fortunately for Carter, those are areas where he appears particularly strong. Throughout his journey, he has demonstrated a willingness to embrace challenges rather than avoid them. He understands improvement requires patience. He recognizes success is earned daily. He continues investing in his future through preparation and discipline. Basketball fans have become increasingly excited about what lies ahead. Every season provides new opportunities for growth. Every game offers another chance to showcase development. Every challenge becomes a learning experience. For Carter Bryant, the future remains incredibly bright. His combination of physical tools, basketball intelligence, defensive versatility, and work ethic creates a foundation that few young players possess. The path ahead will undoubtedly include obstacles. Every meaningful journey does. But if his story thus far provides any indication, Carter appears well prepared to handle whatever comes next. From California gyms to national recruiting rankings, from promising prospect to major college basketball player, from local standout to NBA hopeful, each chapter has brought him closer to realizing his dream. Yet perhaps the most exciting part of Carter Bryant's story is that it is still being written. The biggest games may still be ahead. The greatest achievements may still be coming. The fullest expression of his talent may not have been seen yet. That is what makes following young athletes like Carter so fascinating. Potential creates possibility. Preparation creates opportunity. And when those two things come together, extraordinary outcomes become possible. For now, Carter Bryant remains focused on the same principles that carried him this far: discipline, humility, hard work, and continuous improvement. Those values helped transform a young basketball-loving kid into one of the nation's most intriguing prospects. They may ultimately help transform him into something even greater. As the basketball world continues watching his development, one thing is clear: Carter Bryant's journey is only beginning. And if his work ethic matches his talent, the next chapters could be the most exciting of all. Thank you for watching this deep dive into Carter Bryant's family background, personal life, basketball career, lifestyle, net worth, and growing legacy as one of the game's most exciting young prospects. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more athlete profiles, basketball journeys, and inspiring success stories. Until next time, keep believing in the power of preparation, Because greatness is built long before the spotlight arrives.